This conference will now be recorded.
Hi there. So, welcome guys to this brand new program of mobile performance testing. What we are currently going to just do is in our today's demo session is to know as to what this whole program would hold and as to what you can take from this course at the end of the day. Okay, so the objective at the end of the course would be the user or the participant would be able to go ahead and perform mobile performance testing and understand the architecture of the mobile computing overall end to end by himself. That is something that will help you to get to a position to. In addition to that, you will be able to perform mobile performance testing via a, I'd say, a mobile emulator on with the true client protocol of web. That is one. And secondly, you will also be able to perform mobile performance testing using a actual mobile device by itself. Okay, make sense, guys? Clear? So that is the objective of the program. That's what we'll be looking at. Before we commence with the program, let's have a quick round of introduction of ourselves. Narendra, if I may ask you to just go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yes, Sandeep. Myself, Narendra Rama. So I'm working in performance testing only. I have around 6 years of experience in performance testing,
Okay.
come engineering activities. So I would like to know this mobile performance testing actually. Why? Because right now, apart from web, people are more interested to develop. Nowadays everything is mobile apps and all. So I would like to learn this one as well. Yep.
Sure. Great. So Narendra, where are you working now?
Currently, I'm with EY Ernst& Young actually.
Okay.
Ernst& Young, working for government of Andhra Pradesh.
Okay. Hey, glad to meet you, Narendra. Thank you for
Yeah,
joining us.
thank you.
All right, Mahmudul.
Yeah, hi guys. I live in the US, New York. I've been in QA for mostly like manual testing, so I was more interested of mobile performance testing. That's why I wanted to see how I can explore a little more in depth.
Okay. So how many years of experience, Mahmudul, in QA?
3 years.
3 years. Okay, great. All right. So guys, irrespective of what years of experience we stand at, please be rest assured that you will be able to pick up the whole idea of mobile performance testing and how do you go about it end to end by the end of the program for sure. Okay, so that is what we will be looking at. We will also have some participants joining us eventually, and we're looking forward to that later on as the session progresses. Okay. So what I'm going to quickly, so today's session is not going to be too much of theory. I'm going to even demonstrate a couple of things to you as a part of the videos that we have already in place from the past couple of, from the past session, we would say. Let me just quickly show you as to what we are going to be targeting at. Okay. All right.
Are you gonna share the slide or recording after the session?
Definitely. So what?
Okay.
So here's the every session will be recorded. Okay, and post which we will also have certain assignments at the end of every class. Okay, that'll be there. So that'll be our modus operandi, and we will also be looking at certain architecture level components. Because see, at the end of the day, if you are 3 years, 6 years experienced, later on you will also be required not just to be scripting, but also to understand how does the architecture go about. You will also be required how do you actually look at the mobile computing technology as well. Okay, these are the facts that you will have to be understanding very keenly, not just on the surface level of scripting. Okay, so we will be deep diving into these aspects as well. All right, make sense, guys?
Yeah, that's great. Thank you.
All right, great. So let's quickly look up the slide. Just give me a minute.
Uh, Sandeep, you will cover no native mobile apps only, right? So native mobile apps you will cover, right?
Yes, we will cover native, we will cover web-based apps as well.
Okay, both the Android and iPhone.
Absolutely. So we'll cover
Great.
Android as of now. For this program, Narendra, we have the Android setup with us. The iPhone setup needs to be done. Okay, so for the program, what we are doing is we are doing Android because a majority of the market covers Android. So that is what we are holding up for this account.
Okay, great.
Okay. All right. So, guys, this is the agenda that we are looking at, and we will come across over the next couple of sessions. What we are looking at is obviously the startup as to why do you even want to go about performing a mobile performance test, critical factors as to what differentiates from a normal from the need of a normal performance test in comparison to a mobile performance test that is there. We will be deep diving, as I said earlier, into the mobile performance architecture as to how does the exchange of request and response happens. That's what we'll be looking at. We will be trying to understand the scope and impact of a mobile performance protocol as to what it goes about. When I say scope and impact, let me explain a bit on that. What we are looking at is, at the end of the day, what kind of user will be impacted if at all we don't take certain factors into account when it comes to ensuring the optimization of a mobile performance architecture. Let me repeat that again. We will look at what scope and impact happens on a user when we don't take into certain facts into account for optimizing of mobile performance architecture. We'll be looking at that as well. Okay. We will also be looking at mobile technology. Now, when I say mobile technology, what does it mean, right? Narendra, you just mentioned about native apps, right? We will be looking at there's something called as native apps, there's something called as web apps, and there's something called as hybrid apps as well. Okay. So we will be looking at what that means in its individual. We'll be looking at the overall approach of mobile performance testing. How does it differ from a normal web performance testing, I'd say. And lastly, as a part of session one, when we do that, we'll be looking at the different recording methods. Okay. So I believe there are overall 4 recording methods, and we will be cherry picking 2 recording methods for our overall program. While we say 2 recording methods, we will be looking at extensive end-to-end examples when it comes to actually creating of the script for these 2 protocols. Okay. And 2 protocols that we are going to be referring to is, as I said earlier, True Client protocol, True Client mobile web-based protocol, and True Client mobile native protocol, native app protocol as we know it. Okay, guys, clear so far? Clear so far, guys?
What do you say about that native, and what was the other framework?
Yes. So there's 2 protocols that we'll be looking at, Mahmudul. One will be True Client mobile native protocol, and the other would be True Client mobile web-based protocol. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
All right. I see Siva has arrived as well. Siva, hi Siva, can you hear me? Can you hear us? Can you see a screen?
Yes, Andy.
Great. Okay. Siva, would you mind giving us a quick introduction of yourself?
Yeah, hi, myself Shiva, and I'm working as a performance tester for last 7 years. Right now, I'm working for Home Depot in USA, Atlanta.
Okay,
nice to meet
great.
you all.
Nice to meet you. Thank you for joining, Siva. So, Siva, we quickly just so far I've covered only session 1, as to
Okay.
what would be the agenda and what is in store for y'all. At the
Okay.
end of the at the end of all the sessions, the overall objective of the program, the overall objective of this program is that the participant will be able to understand the mobile performance architecture end to end. They'll be able to understand the mobile computing technology, and they will be able to perform end-to-end mobile performance testing using two protocols. One is True Client Mobile Web-based protocol, and the other is True Client Mobile Native App Protocol. Okay,
Hmm.
that is the objective of the overall program. Now we finished covering
Okay.
the first of the factors for the first sessions. I'd say the components of the first session. We are now staring at session 2. So now what we are looking at is in session 2, we will show you a quick demo to the working session as to how would we go about performing a mobile performance test. That will be just a high-level introduction to you. Post which we will provide you the prerequisites. When I say prerequisites, we'll equip you with the softwares, we'll equip you with the overall idea as to how do you even set up your mobile, to which is one of the crucial factors for us to even commence with the native app testing. Okay, so we'll explain that to you all in session 2. Okay, all right. Session 3 and 4 will be primarily about True Client Ajax Web Protocol. Okay, let me edit that a bit because this is not just web protocol. This I would like to call it as mobile web protocol, to be very clear. Okay, and this will be as mobile native protocol. Okay, so anyone of us, so I think so far I have had a word with Narendra and Mamadul. Siva, by any chance, have you worked on mobile performance testing earlier?
No, no, Sandy.
Okay, all right, thank you. So so as I mentioned earlier, irrespective of what experience we hold, we will ensure that we all move in at the same page, ensuring that at the end of the day we are all comfortable with what we are learning. Okay, so we have True Client Ajax mobile web protocol in front of us, and what we will be doing is we'll be understanding the overall record settings, we'll be understanding overall replay. When we talk about sample scripting, it won't just be one sample script. We'll be looking at a couple of sample scripting and end to end. Okay, we'll also be talking about modifications of the script and ensuring that we're able to replay that. Okay, obviously, how many of us are aware of the whole concept of user agent string? Are we aware of it?
Yes, yes, yes. I know about that one. User agent. We used to simulate it for various browsers.
Various
Browsers, whether you want to use IE, Chrome, or something else.
exactly.
Whatever.
Exactly. Okay, so we will also be looking at how do you create a user agent string. Are we aware of that, Siva? Any idea?
Yes. I know that one.
So are you also aware as to how do we go about using the developer tool and add a
Yes,
mobile
yes. I
device?
know. Yeah, I know those things.
Great. So guys, those are the things which are crucial as far as mobile performance testing is concerned. Siva, we would be happy to even have your inputs on that note. Yeah.
Sure,
Great.
definitely.
On session 5 and 6, guys, what we'll be looking at is the True Client Ajax mobile native protocol. Now, this is not really just LoadRunner dependent mobile native protocol. When it comes to mobile native protocol, we are actually staring at a complete different application, which is rare over the internet as of now in terms of its training content. Okay, so you can go about searching for mobile center on YouTube, and you will not see not too many videos available over there. In fact, for the True Client mobile native protocol itself, you will rarely see any content available on YouTube, or for that matter on Google as well, as far as a end-to-end demo or end-to-end understanding is concerned. You will never see anything of that sort. Best what I have seen is like a 3-minute video given by HPE by themselves. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is, guys, this is rare content, and I'm sure we all will benefit from that. Okay, it's mobile center, and what we'll be looking at setting up the whole mobile center server, recording using an actual mobile device, and we'll be looking at a script replay. Okay, now when we say setting up the mobile center server, we will provide you with the software for that. Okay, you can download and install that, or in fact you can also register with HPE by yourself and download the mobile center server. We'll be looking at 3 components that come, or two components that come with mobile center in specific. Okay, we'll explain you those components, and we'll be looking at the first component primarily, which is the mobile center server. Okay, guys, so far good?
Yes.
Okay, all right. And last but not the least, what we'll be doing is we'll be running a mobile performance test as well over the existing controller. Okay, the script that we created over here may be by the web protocol or maybe by the native protocol, mobile native protocol. We will be picking those scripts and running them over the controller. Finally, we will be looking at analyzing the mobile performance test and client-side metrics as well. Okay, so when we say client-side metrics, we are looking at a complete different host of items other than just our normal response time, or HTTP errors, or stuff like that, or maybe even CPU for that matter. We'll be looking at a host of other things. We'll be looking at a host of things like, let's say for example, there is a device log. Okay, let me show you something if I have it over here ready. I think I can give you a quick sneak peek as to what we are aiming towards. Okay, now these are like crucial aspects. Okay, it's not just scratching the surface, but guys, do you see this process ID and TID? Anyone guess what TID is?
Process ID and thread ID.
Very good, great. So there's a thread. Okay, so we are actually going to come down to a level of drawing device logs via mobile center for a specific mobile device that you connect to. Okay, guys, that is the in-depth level that we are going to go to. And obviously, at the end of the day, what you would do is you would get to see whether is your thread even working fine or not, and you can supply your process ID and the thread ID to your respective developer to ensure further deep diving of it. Correct, guys?
Okay.
Okay, so that's about the overall agenda that we are looking at. There are some videos that I'd like to take you all through. So let me even open up this one for you all. Okay, Android architecture, guys. This is what we will want to deliberately spend time on. Now, understanding what a mobile architecture, even for that matter, when we talk about Android architecture or mobile architecture, what we are understanding is the overall way how a software system is laid up in an Android device, how it functions, which part functions to what. That is what we'll be looking at. We'll also be looking at when it comes to overall interaction of your mobile device with the network. How does it go about? How does a request response happen? Okay, this is what we are talking about, the overall internal mobile architecture, internal mobile computing architecture. Okay, and this is what we are now talking about, the overall mobile network architecture, as to how does your talking happen. Okay, we'll be looking at a lot of factors revolving these, which I'm sure holds quite a difference as far as a normal web-based architecture is concerned. Okay, all right, so that's for that. And I'm going to give you a quick look at this as well, what we have over here in store. Okay, now this is fine. We'll come to this when we are actually doing the session. We're going to look at key areas affecting the mobile performance. Okay, this is going to be an in-depth session over here, because at the end of the day, you need to know where to start your probing from, right? That is something which is important for us to understand when to start our probing from when it comes to optimization of the overall architecture. Okay, we will be looking at this is another crucial one. Okay, we will be explaining you all this end to end till the time you are clear with every component of it. Okay, that's what we are going to be looking at also. This is nothing but the mobile performance architecture in its entirety, end to end. We'll be looking at the network factor as well, involving the network latency, and how would we as users go about simulating a network latency also. Okay, that's what we'll be staring at. This is nothing but your internal mobile technology, So please don't confuse between architecture and technology. Okay, when we talk about mobile architecture, we're talking about your mobile interacting with the overall network and server layer things. And mobile technology is basically how does the inside of the mobile work as. Okay, so remember we are talking about a native app, we are talking about a hybrid app, and we are talking about a web app, right? So we'll be talking about these factors in detail as to how do they even work and their underlying technologies, okay, and their underlying components as to what contribute to them. So guys, this will definitely increase our knowledge and awareness when it comes to even using our mobile hence going forward. Okay, so that's what we'll be looking at. Yeah, we'll be looking at different protocols or different approaches available as to how would we go about even scripting them. And we'll be picking up, as I said, we'll be picking up two primary ones, which will be TrueClient Ajax mobile scripting protocol, which is the web-based protocol, and the other one would be the native app protocol. Okay, so these two primarily, they cover a host of other things. To be very honest, this is okay. Have you heard of the concept of emulator, guys?
Yes, yes, yes. We heard of it.
Okay. How many of us have actually gone ahead and used an actual emulator?
Yeah, we used it in the past actually.
Okay. So have you used it for mobile devices as well?
Yes, 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 sir. But not actual mobile device, in just browser, right? In Chrome browser, we just want to simulate it for one of the mobile device.
Ah,
We just used emulator that time. We just want to
oh,
simulate.
okay. So emulator is something we primarily are looking at from a mobile perspective. However, as of now, any emulator that is available in the market, BlueStack being a primary one, is still under development phase as far as we have gone ahead and tested it. In fact, we have gone ahead and tested BlueStack in our previous sessions and also found out with the customer support of BlueStack that yes, there are certain areas where BlueStack is not really functionally ready to be used with LoadRunner. Okay, so that's the challenge with them, and they're currently still on it, which is why we are not even considering it for our overall program. Okay, but as far as our program goes, we will be looking at TrueClient Ajax mobile protocol, both web and native ways. Yeah. So these are the different recording methods, guys, that we are staring at, and obviously it kind of enables us to understand what all approaches are available out there in the market. Okay, that's what we'll be looking at. Yeah, so that is the session's objective, guys. As I said, today's session is primarily only giving you a sneak peek as to what is in store for y'all. Let me see if we have a video or two that we can, show y'all. All right. Now this one is a video recorded. Just hold on. Let me pick this up. Okay, guys, we are now going to start. Let me mute this. So you see this, guys? Is my screen visible?
Yes, it's visible.
Yeah. So what we are looking at is we are looking at a overall setup that was made, and this setup takes a lot of time though. Setup that was made for a native based mobile app. Okay, and this was in sync with mobile center. So if you will oversee, if over here is just LoadRunner and a mobile device, but actually it is the mobile center server that is running at the back end and ensuring the communication between the LoadRunner and the mobile device. Okay, so this is how it will look. It's a short video that we've created for our introduction purposes. Okay, that's the actual mobile device, and you see the overall connection is made. This is the script that was being created, and we were now replaying it. While that happens, I'm going to show it over here as well. Yeah, it's navigating. So it's simulating a mobile action, an activity of swapping through. How cool is that? So that's fine. And we are going to over here the script is running by itself. The steps app started, and here the app is started. Okay. All right, it's navigating just perfectly fine. Let's see if it does a successful login by itself. Okay, great, that works. Login successful. Let's keep a track on the steps also in parallel. Yeah, we are good so far. We have done some good operations. So the challenge with this kind of a test is that you are not able to, how can you highlight the phone at the same time while you're, okay, we're signing out, and I believe that's towards the end of the flow. Okay, let's see this. All right, script successfully passed, great. Okay, so that's the end of it, guys. I'm gonna stop the video now. Okay, guys, were you able to see that? So yeah, that's the actual expectation, guys, that we all will be able to follow through as to how would we go about creating and arriving to such a place where you are able to manually set up the whole device, set up the whole mobile center server, set up the whole configurational flow between LoadRunner and mobile center server, and you should be able to record a script, replay it, modify it, put it on a controller, and run a load test as well. Okay, so that's the overall objective of the program, and we'll be also looking at, obviously, as I said, architecture understanding is one of the crucial expectations even as we grow forward in our experience, because no one will ask you to kind of go ahead and sit and script every now and then, but obviously understanding the architecture is one of the crucial aspects when it comes to any kind of a performance testing. So that is what we'll also be taking you all through. So guys, that's the quick sneak peek as to what we want to deliver to you all as a part of this overall program. We are open to any questions and comments, and we can take them now. Yeah.
Sandeep, can we do mobile performance testing by using Jmeter as well, or only LoadRunner only we can do?
For the sake of a program, we are definitely going to stick to LoadRunner, Narendra. However, with mobile performance testing,
apart from that, I'm asking, in Jmeter also can we do, or it's only we can do it through only LoadRunner only? Because
yeah,
just for the knowledge sake, I'm asking.
Sure. That was a good question. Yeah. So when we're talking about Jmeter, Narendra, Jmeter has its limitations. It cannot perform mobile performance testing by itself. It has to integrate with certain programs like APM. Have you heard of APM?
Hard actually. Okay.
Yeah. So it has to integrate with APM, which kind of sits as a wrapper over Selenium, I'd say. Okay. And only when it integrates with that is where it will be able to perform a mobile performance testing. So every performance testing tool, may it be Jmeter, may it be Nearload, may it be Silk Performer, or for that matter, may it be even LoadRunner, it does require integration with some sort of a external component when it comes to doing a native mobile performance testing. If you want to just go about testing a web-based app on a mobile device, you don't need even Jmeter, I believe, for that matter. But I believe with Jmeter, you still require some integration. LoadRunner is a parent tool. It's kind of enabled and mature tool as far as to have the scope of mobile web-based performance testing. So mobile LoadRunner is able to take care of that as well. But as far as Jmeter is concerned, to answer your question, Narendra, it can only provided with, it is integrated with some other components as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Yep. And license part also we need to know for mobile apps we need to pay separately, or it will come up with the.
Yeah, it's a separate license thing. You ought to have separate licensing for mobile center server. In fact, for mobile center also it comes with a trial version. Okay, unless and until you actually go out purchasing the licenses for it. So that's part of the reason. That's one of the reasons why you don't have this content out there more freely available as a part of knowledge transfer.
Okay, why? Because no, our we are would like to test in mobile only. It's my intention is here, no, the client requirement also. Almost more than 50,000 people, no, concurrency kind of thing we need to test actually. That too with mobile app only. Right now you are heard about some Grama volunteer or Sachivalayam, these kind of things. So in government of Andhra Pradesh, they are recruited people in rural places, some volunteer kind of thing, and each
Right.
to serve the people in no, in every village. So for volunteers, they are giving tabs and all. In the tab, their intention is to install some mobile device. I mean, some app. Their no GSGV. They are going to launch. So
Right.
with that, almost no more than 450 people are already onboarded. Around 250,000. So everybody will get a tab actually. So in the tab application, no, exclusively it is a native Android mobile app.
Okay.
So we need to test that one actually. So but the license
Great.
part and all, as of now we are not no reached to micro focus team. So is there
Right.
any idea no for the 50,000 concurrent users they are expecting actually at any point of time 50,000 they are expecting. So how to know the license and all, it's no huge license even for mobile app also they will charge separately, or is there any idea on that, Sandeep?
Yes. Yes, Narendra. So there is a separate licensing cost for that. I'm not sure exactly as to what that cost amounts to, but as far as my knowledge goes, for mobile center server, there is a separate licensing cost. In fact, now that you mentioned you have 50,000 concurrent users requirement, there is a component called as mobile connector. Okay. Now, what a mobile connector would actually do is you will be able to perform distributed mobile performance testing. Okay, so what do I mean by distributed mobile performance testing? Let's understand that as well. When we talk about mobile center server, you and I will be able to perform a single user based test over here in parallel. Okay, to see we can do that. Okay, for a single mobile device. Mobile connector, however, will be able to simulate or give you a ability to have multiple concurrent users operating from distributed geographical locations. Okay, that is what mobile connector do. So to meet your requirement, I believe mobile center server is the obviously a mandate, no doubt about it. In addition to that, you would also require mobile center connector too. Okay, that is what you'd require as well, and that licensing cost is different. Okay.
Mobile connector 1 and connector 2,
No,
two
no,
are
no.
there.
Mobile center server is one, and mobile center connector is two.
Okay.
That is the second component.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
All right. Okay, great. Good questions, Narendra. Anyone else, guys? Mahmudul, Siva, anything from your side?
Nothing, Sandy. Clear. It's clear.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, great. So, guys, I hope you all have at least gained the idea as to what we are staring at, what's to come, what's in store, and as to if at all this interests you, guys. So please be open and frank. Okay, and I think that's the beauty of us as operating online. So you can please feel free to share your opinion, share your feedback. Hey, how is it? Does this program even make sense? Is it even of any profit to y'all as far as the content goes? And if it is so, we would look forward to having you all over the session and ensuring that we impart this knowledge to you all. Okay. All right. So I think with that we'll come to the end of it. The operation, the way we would want to go about even conducting these sessions would be on a weekday, maybe around same time as we started today, like a 45-minute or a 1-hour session every day, and within a span of 4 to 5 days, we should be able to knock it off. Instead of having it over weekends, which kind of stretches over a month, and obviously takes a lot of time where the participants might not be able to follow through because of their own individual home challenges at times. It's much better to have a consistent set of classes and sessions back to back, wherein we are imparting this content to you. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good. Thank you.
All right. All right. Okay. Okay, guys. Then we'll call it a day for today, and we look forward to seeing you all as a part of our regular sessions going forward. Okay.
Sandeep, I have one concern here. Like, right now I am learning Jmeter actually with Kumar only. Kumar is trainer for me right now. So I think the sessions in morning only, 7:30 actually, 7:30 IST. So
Yeah,
this
is it?
one also, yeah. If this
That's
one
all right.
also at the same time, so there might be a chance to merge both actually. So
Okay. So, till how long? I mean, till what date is the session expected for Jmeter to go on?
maybe this entire month.
This entire
The
month,
two
is it?
weekdays actually, but the weekend he is not taking. Kumar is not taking.
Uh, okay.
Uh,
Okay. Fine. No problem. Don't worry about it, Narendra. We'll work out a schedule. Obviously, we will kind of take notes from you all as to what times suit you all, everyone, Mahmudul, Siva, and you as well, Narendra. So we'll ensure that we are able to work out some sort of a timing wherein everything works in sync. Yeah. Don't worry about that. We'll ensure that nothing collides in as a part of sessions as well. Yeah.
Great.
All right. Okay, guys. All right. Thank you. Thank you for your time. Appreciate everyone joining on a very.
Thank you, Sandy. Thanks for your
Thank you,
time.
Sandy. Thank you, Sandy. Bye bye.
Thank you, guys. Bye.
Thank you, Sandeep.
Thank you.